Welcome back to the Nintendo Wiretap. As always, I'm your host, Amiibo Jason, and on today's episode, we're looking at stories from last night's Game Awards and some stuff that happened today. So, without further ado, let's take a look. Alright, let's just jump right into the Game Awards right now, because I know people are polarized on what happened last night. There was a lot of speculation that there was going to be a massive Super Smash Bros. Announcement, maybe a look at The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Part 2. I mean, there was just speculation about everything, and while Nintendo did show some stuff, none of it was first party, and nothing was really mind-blowingly insane, with the exception of Bravely Default 2, which I'm going to get into here in just a moment. But that's just the way things go. People speculate, people get their hope way too high. This is something that just happens in the Nintendo community. It's something you have to expect. You get your expectations super high just to have them dashed all the way to the ground. But seriously, let's take a look at this positively. We're getting a sequel to one of the best RPGs on the 3DS. One of the most underrated games of the past 10 years is coming to Nintendo Switch, and I'm thrilled that Square Enix and Nintendo are partnering up to give us this game. So Bravely Default 2 is not the second in the series. There was Bravely Default, then there was Bravely Second, which was what I thought the sequel to Bravely Default, but I'm finding out just now that that's not the case, and now we have Bravely Default 2. So the timeline I'm a little sketchy on at the moment, but I'm sure there's an explanation on why they went this route. Now, if you're a fan of the Bravely series, you are gonna love the artwork from this trailer. Now, they definitely kept the 3DS style of artwork, the character models, the cities, the way they were, which is, in my opinion, the absolute perfect way to go about this game. Now, yes, the Nintendo Switch could have bumped these graphics up, the character models could have been more realistic, but that's not what I'm looking for in a Bravely sequel, so I'm really excited to see that they went the original route with this one. Now, as always, if you want to see the entire trailer, if for some reason you never saw it yet, we have a link to that in the description down below, and if you want to pick this game up, Bravely Default 2 is supposed to be coming out sometime in 2020. When in 2020, I have no idea, but stay tuned to Nintendo Wire. I'll let you know the moment this gets announced. But what did you guys think of the Game Awards? Were you happy with what we saw? I mean, Reggie had an appearance, we got Bravely Default 2, got some other games too, but nothing, like I said, mind-blowingly insane. But let me know your thoughts on what you saw in the comments down below. Coming in at number 2 today, we have some brand new Super Mario Bros. Happy Meal toys coming to Japan. And if you're a fan of these kind of things, like I am, I mean, Happy Meal toys for me are super nostalgic, you're going to want to pick these up. Now, these toys are kind of based on the same kind of theme, and that theme is games. So you have a ring toss Princess Peach, which I never thought I would see. You have, it looks like a little Mario and Luigi air hockey type game. You have little puzzle boxes, and a lot more. Now, at this point, if you're in Japan, you can start getting these pretty soon, but if you're in the States or anywhere else, these are not coming to you, at least right now. But if history serves us, usually these come to Japan first, and then at some point down the line, we get these in the US. So stay tuned. I would be completely shocked if these Mario toys didn't make their way to the States. But there you go, brand new Super Mario Bros. Happy Meal toys as well. And finally, I want to really quickly touch base on Mario Kart Tour, because they're updating pretty regularly, about every 2 weeks, and we get our first look at the brand new tour. This time it is the Holiday Tour, and it looks like it's a combination of Christmas and New Year's. So we have 2 new racers. I guess they're not racers, they're variants. We have a disco ball dress wearing Pauline, which I'm sure a lot of you thirsty boys are going to love, and we have Yoshi wearing a reindeer outfit, specifically Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's cute. It's definitely not the first time we've seen this artwork. I think we saw Yoshi in the Rudolph costume in Mario promotional art maybe last year or the year before. I'm going to have to take a look into that. But on top of that, we get some brand new carts as well. Yoshi has a Santa sleigh, and Pauline looks like she has a 2020 themed Cadillac. But there you go. This new tour is kicking off on December 17th. It's heading back to New York City, which makes sense because Times Square, New York, the ball drop. I mean, it makes perfect sense to have it back in New York. And oh yeah, I have to point this out. Look at this. Gotta zoom in a bit here. Yes, that's right, Birdo is also in the very back of this image, which is confirming we're going to see Birdo as part of this tour. No, I know not everybody loves Birdo, but I definitely do, and I can't wait to not pull her from the pipe, because I never have any luck in the pipe. So, if you want to play, very little time to wait, about 4 more days, but I always ask this, are you guys still playing Mario Kart Tour? Do you care about this game? Do you care about these costumes? I know you guys are liking this Pauline costume, don't get me wrong, but what do you think of everything else? Let me know down below. Alright folks, that's going to wrap up tonight's episode of the Nintendo Wiretap. I'll see you soon with yet another episode, but as always, until then, stay wired in. Bye guys.